It's almost a weekend. How's it feel so far?
Feels good. It's good to be back out here. We're gonna have a good team. We have a good team. We're just, like all spring balls, you just play a lot of different lineups, try a lot of different things. It doesn't always look good, but the raw material we're working with is as good as it's ever been since I've been here.
Spring's kind of an experimental time.
Yeah, because you gotta, there's a lot of things going on. You gotta evolve a little bit, your scheme a little bit each year. If you just do the exact same things every year, the teams we play are too good. They'll have a plan for it. They got a whole off season to study all 13 games. So try a few new things, and then of course you got to develop your players. So you're giving reps to guys that maybe haven't played a lot before. So some days you look good, some days you don't, but it's all part of the process.
So we haven't seen Flanagan play yet, or that we've watched. Is he okay?
Yeah, he's getting as many reps as anybody. I'm not maybe just the timing of it today didn't work out, but he's getting the same amount of reps as Conover and Soljay.
I think I heard you on the radio say that Conover's maybe moved ahead. Is that?
Well, Conover's gotten the most reps with the second team, and a few with the first team, but there's a good battle there going on. Yeah, but Jacob's gotten the most reps with the second team.
How have they looked? Are you happy with them?
Good, yeah. I mean, we're not ready yet. I wouldn't say any of those guys are game ready yet, but I think that there's ability there. I think there's enough potential there that one of those guys will emerge as the clear-cut number 2. And we have enough time. I'm not in a rush, but we're going to give them all reps.
How big of a hole did Baylor leave at that back position?
Big. Baylor's a good player, and Baylor. I've said it a lot. He's a good football player. He was always ready to play, and we miss him. I miss him a lot.
Who stood out for you so far during off-season workouts and spring practice up to this point?
In off-season or in
off-season and spring, just all the way up to this point?
Well, I've been super impressed with Houston Hamuli and Chris Brooks. Just the professionalism those guys show. Like they know our offense. They've been here less than about 2 months, and they know our offense as well as guys that have been here for a year, 2 years, and that's impressive to me. That those guys, they came here for a reason, and they want to accomplish something. Those guys stand out. But then we got a bunch of veteran players. Our offensive linemen, those guys are good, and Coach Funk's got a real good problem on his hands to decide how he's going to sort that out and what the order is going to be. And I'm pretty sure we're going to be playing more than just 5 guys because there's 9 or 10 deep there. Those guys are good.
Anybody who watched Houston at Stanford, he was just the truest of true fullbacks.
Yeah.
Can he show more than that, you feel like?
No, he's a fullback.
Okay.
I mean, he's a fullback. He's a good fullback, and we use one in our offense. And so, but what we did learn last year though is that Mason Wake is a lot more than a fullback, and so that's what's fun is we can play with both of those guys on the field. It's not one or the other. Mason played a lot last year on the line of scrimmage with his hand on the ground and did a great job. And I think that kind of went unnoticed. He's not just a fullback, so we can play with Mason and Houston in the game. We can play with one or the other with one of our other tight ends. We can get, we've got a lot of 3 tight end sets with those guys. We're considering Houston. He's in the tight end room, so we kind of count him as a tight end, even though he's 5'10", 270. But he's a fullback, true old school block and catch passes. Yep.
In today's day and age of the one-time transfers, how hard is it to keep the quarterbacks here, keep them from leaving, especially since you have a starter already?
Well, so far it hasn't been super hard here. I mean, we've had pretty good luck retaining our QBs here. When Zach was playing, it would have been real easy for Baylor or Jaron to leave, and they stayed and stuck it out. And so far, we've had a good luck retaining those guys. But I think it just is sort of the world we're in now that guys want to play, and they might leave if they're not getting their opportunity. But I also think we're hitting the point now where people are starting to get wise to the fact that there are so many people in the portal that there aren't that many places you can go to and just be the man. So it's like sometimes it's better to just stick it out and keep grinding, and keep working. And so I think that's starting to sort of take shape nationally. Guys are figuring it out. That portal is really crowded.
That's with some of these young receivers. You lose Sampson and Neal, but guys like Chase Roberts, Cody Epps step in. What have you seen from them so far?
Cody reminded us the first practice like why we recruited him. He's a good football player, very productive guy, just finds a way to show up every day. And he's an interesting guy because he's not the biggest, he's not the fastest, he's just a really good football player, got a great feel for the game. He's just a guy who knows how to get open, does all the little things that you need. And then who was the other guy you asked me about? Oh, Chase.
Yeah.
Chase has a really bright future. He's just, he had mission body, mission legs, all that stuff last year, and now he looks like a totally different guy after a year in the weight room. You can just tell the difference in his body, and he's coming along. He's gonna be a good player too.
We've seen a decent amount of Jaron, obviously, and a little bit of Jacob, but what kind of jumps off the page with Cade? Like, when you first watch him, is there something that, pops with him, that arm strength?
His athleticism. He's a very good athlete. Quick feet, can make plays with his feet, he can run, and he's got a quick release.
This is everything you want.
Yep.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah.
Thanks, Coach.
Good talking to you guys.